Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and welcome to another one of our videos. I am going to go over the liquor store and Mini-Mart today some more. So we just bought that last Friday. We had to close down for a little bit while we get everything situated and figure out what the heck we're doing because I've never run a store before. And we're also doing a really light remodel as well. So we're going to show you some of the progress we made, what's going on there, and we also get a look at some of the upstairs as well because this is a mixed-use property with a liquor store, Mini-Mart, and then 3 apartments above all of that in an old 1904 building that used to be a bank. So it's a really cool building, really cool businesses, and we're trying to figure out exactly how to run them and manage them and all of that. And it's been quite the experience, but I think it'll be a good thing in the long run. Now, this is a kind of a tricky video because since we bought it, the old owner has been there a lot, still getting stuff. We had kind of an agreement that she'd help train us for a little bit afterwards, but we were assuming we'd be open during that time. So it was kind of tricky doing this video and navigating around her because she didn't want to be filmed, but she was there. So my train of thought wasn't the best, it has been, but you can still see what it looks like. And we've got some before and after footage in here as well. And then I had some really awesome news too on a networking connection that might be a huge help in running this business as well. And may even rent one of the apartments upstairs that we show you too, which is just like a win-win. So hopefully that works out. I'm gonna talk to them this weekend, show them everything, what's going on, and hopefully we'll have good news about that next week. But for right now, we can see the progress we're making. Hopefully we can get everything in place because there's so much to do, and we can open, hopefully, at the very beginning of February. We will see. Maybe sooner, probably not, but that's kind of our latest date to open because we don't want to stay closed too long. It's a very small town. This is kind of the only store in town, and so we want to get it open right away and not lose our customer base. And hopefully we can increase and make it an even better customer base after we get things open and running how we would like to run things. All right, of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, all that great stuff, a free book on there too. And we love the likes and comments and shares, so keep those coming too. All right, so here's the building with the 3 apartments above, and then the liquor store on the left, and the Mini-Mart on the right. So we wanted to come through here and just get things just a little bit nicer before we open again, and then get all our systems in place. There's so much to do here. So I'll show you this side over here. I just am trying to avoid sticking my hand in paint, which I just did, or getting paint all over me. But here is the liquor store side, so we had to move everything out of the way, and then we painted all the walls. So we had to take all that down, get it all cleared out and ready to go, and then we're also going to replace the ceiling tiles that are stained. So we're going to keep most of them. We thought about painting them, but it's just easier to replace those that are stained and not in great shape, and then come through and just clean everything too. So do a deep clean on everything, kind of declutter a little bit, and then paint everything, and then hopefully we get it open back up again. But it's been a little tricky getting all the systems together and all of that right. All right, on this side you can see too, we're painting everything. And there are a couple windows that had some cracks, so we're gonna have those replaced and fixed. And then it's kind of cool, you can see the old ceiling up there as well from back long, long ago when it used to be a bank, a very long time ago. And obviously they put in the drop ceiling because the plaster is coming down and all kinds of mechanicals and stuff up there. And yeah, we're gonna reuse the tiles that were good and replace the tiles that were stained, so that all that looks nice and good as well. You can see painting everything, had to cover up a lot of it. And you can see kind of the old doors that were here before, old doorways. That's kind of cool. And like I said, we'll be cleaning lots and lots and lots of stuff. Hopefully we'll get here open real soon. And then we're gonna try and take a peek upstairs at one of the vacant apartments too, because we have interesting news on that, and talk more about just everything we've had to do to try and get this open as well. All right, so now we're on the side of the building where the apartments are, and this is the entrance right here. And after a little bit of searching, we found the right key, so we can go in. Last time I came up here, that door was just locked. But you can see it's a pretty neat old building. And we'll see how this apartment looks up here. Like I said, 2 of these apartments are occupied, and then one of them right here, there we go, is open. So this is just a very small efficiency kind of, has a bedroom, but almost no living room apartment. And the old owner called it the Roost. So a few things in here. She said she was going to get still. But here we have a very tiny kitchen, little dining area, and that's like your living room. And then right here is the bedroom. And the cool, exciting news we have is I may have this rented already. And the person who wants to rent it is actually a car friend I have. He has a Porsche 944. Used to manage a liquor store. And he's like, yeah, I need a place to live and I'd love to help you with yours. So I'm like, wow. Like, sometimes things work out really well. Sometimes they don't. But that's one of those, like, that's pretty crazy, almost too good to be true. So nothing's done yet, but we're going to meet him this weekend, show him the place, talk about a few things, and then go from there. And I'm also going to show my kids and wife and everybody this place too, because they haven't seen it yet at the store or anything. So that'll be fun as well. So this is just one little tiny apartment. There's other, much bigger apartments on the other side of this upstairs. And I have floor plans of them, but they're occupied, so obviously I can't show you what they are. I think they're rented for $1,100 a month and like $550 a month, which is pretty low, but not absolutely crazy low. But if those people decide to move out or leave, we could definitely get more rent for that. This one, haven't decided on for sure, but if the person's going to help me with the liquor store and do all kinds of other stuff, we'll definitely give them a good deal. And then they could also be like a backup employee if someone calls in sick or can't work. So that's one of the big things we were worried about, and pretty amazing that that might actually happen. And it's kind of cool too, because he saw my post on Instagram, saw what I was doing, reached out to me, and so the power of having social media and YouTube and different stuff out there and talking about what I'm doing, right? It helps educate people, helps me keep track of stuff. And then it also can build some pretty cool relationships and help you out in other ways as well. So the windows are very huge and very old. So that might be something we have to do at some point. But for right now, I think we'll be okay. So that's the building. We're still, like I said, trying to get everything done downstairs as quickly as we can. As far as getting everything together, we got, applied for the tobacco license, we don't have that approved yet. The lotto license isn't approved yet. Our liquor license is approved. We've got that temporary one, working on the permanent one. We're trying to get a POS system in place. And that's where we're really needing help from the person who might rent this apartment, figuring out what to do there, which one to use, how to integrate it with my bank accounts and all that great stuff. And then, security system is in place. We've got that transferred. We've got all the utilities transferred. We've got internet being installed next week. That's taking forever. Phone is transferred. Talk to the vendors and distributors about different things. So many things, but I think we're getting close. So we'll keep working, keep trying to get this all set up and going good. And then, I think there's a water heater in here. Remember right? Yep, look at that. And yeah, pretty neat property. Some of our biggest worries, I think, we're finding solutions to those problems. So hopefully that works out well. And of course, we'll have tons and tons of updates on the apartments, the store, the Mini-Mart, all of that. And one thing people had asked before too, you notice how the grocery store is completely separated from the liquor store? That is done by law. We have to have them separated. The grocery store, Mini-Mart, cannot sell liquor, can only sell beer. So if we're selling liquor, wine, it has to have its own separate store, and that's why we do that. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with much more. Like I said, love the likes, love the shares, love the comments. Keep those coming. and have a lot of updates on our other flips and rental properties that we're working on as well. Have a lot of things going on. It's one of the busiest times I've had in a very long time. So it's fun and exciting, slightly stressful at the same time, but it's been pretty interesting. So we'll be back and hopefully have some good news and maybe a grand opening, who knows, in the next week or so here.